Hi, I'm Amy Holthouse, President of the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining me today for Chamber Chat. I'm thrilled to introduce my guests who have joined me today. Today I have J.P. Hall, Michael Flowers, and Beth Leisure, all from Western Wayne, serving multitudes of different organizations. So if each of you wouldn't mind sharing with our viewers a little bit about yourself and who you represent here today. We'll start with Beth.
Hi, I'm Beth Leisure. I am currently the president of the Cambridge City Chamber, and I serve on the Main Street Board and here on the Wayne County Tourism Board, and also on the National Road Board.
And you own several businesses.
And I own several businesses in Cambridge.
Yeah. And Michael, who are you representing today?
I'm representing the Indiana National Road Association. I'm the executive director. It kind of came with my recent hire at Indiana Landmarks. I'm the community preservation specialist for the Eastern Regional Office.
And welcome to Wayne County. We're thrilled to have you.
Thank you.
And JP.
I'm director of the Eastern Regional Office for Indiana Landmarks. I cover a 15-county region here in Eastern Indiana. Mm-hmm. I'm also the president of Cambridge City Main Street, along with Beth. We work in redeveloping downtown Cambridge City. And I work with groups in Richmond, Wayne County, and the 15 counties that I serve here in Eastern Indiana.
Wow. Thank you all for being here today to share with me and with our viewers a little bit more about what's going on in Western Wayne. And I know each of you also touch all of Wayne County and the surrounding area as well. So these are really exciting times. I know there's a lot happening over there. And everything that you're doing is also touching economic development and growth in your areas. So maybe let's just start, we'll go backwards. Let's start and share a little bit more about Indiana Landmarks. Sure. And what does that mean? What do you do for maybe a viewer who isn't informed about that?
So Indiana Landmarks is a statewide historic preservation organization, and we're actually the largest statewide historic preservation organization in the country, and we service the whole state. We're a private nonprofit, and we work with communities, cities, organizations, individuals to save historic properties, to revitalize downtowns. We work in neighborhoods. It's really a multitude of different things. I can speak more specifically about what we're doing in Cambridge City. I've been working with Beth in the chamber there, and we've created a Main Street organization that's just one way that we work with locals to help redevelop historic downtowns. And we've seen a lot of success, I would say, over the last year and a half, and we can talk more specifics about that. But yeah, as an organization, Landmarks, our mission is to revitalize communities, reconnect us to our heritage, and save meaningful places. So that really covers a whole lot of ground, and every day is different.
Heritage
oh,
alone,
yes. Yep.
You know, I think sometimes wherever you live, whatever your heritage is of the community, it's easy to overlook that and not recognize the significance because this is just where we live. This is our home.
That's right.
And yet when we go to visit other places, we think, wow, look at that fantastic, wonderful museum, or look at the Huddleston House. Isn't that incredible? And we drive by and we don't even realize we're going by these incredible places. So to just stop and look around our own homes and recognize what's there and go visit.
Right. Yeah, and I think, absolutely. I mean, I think oftentimes things are too close to us in our own communities. Yeah, and we don't realize how important cultural heritage is to the economy, to tourism, and make those connections. So I think Main Street and I think Landmarks in general is there to kind of connect those dots between how cultural assets, historical assets can be economic development drivers in our communities. So I think that's what Main Street it's had a track record since the late 70s in proving that downtown redevelopment is an economic development approach. Tourism is an economic development approach, and we're seeing great things in Cambridge City, and I know Richmond is seeing some great things too related to those kind of things. So,
well, and connecting with not only the Main Street in Cambridge, but with your tourism work that's Wayne County related. I know you've all worked hard on some things that are like tours that take folks the trails that go all through
Yeah.
Wayne County and even outside Wayne County to show them the path, so to speak, to all these different places that they can visit. They're wildly successful.
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, we had a family into the Wayne County Area Chamber. We have a ferry door, so we're on the ferry door trail. And we had a family stop by to find our ferry door, and they said that they had stumbled upon our ferry trail because they had done a trail up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and so they started exploring, wow, this was a lot of fun. Maybe there are other ferry trails, and they ended up
Coming
in
here.
Wayne County for the weekend and explored our trails. So
And spent money, I'm assuming.
exactly, they
yes.
were here for the whole weekend.
Yep.
So
The
it's a
chocolate
great
trail's
tool.
very successful too.
I would think so.
They published it in the AAA magazine last month, and I immediately had visitors the next
Wow.
several days that had seen it, and they came to do the chocolate trail. So
That's
yeah, there's a lot
fantastic.
of things that bring people.
And I know you have had a lot of success in Cambridge with Main Street work. We've had several celebrations of the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce celebrating businesses with their renovations and upgrades and changes, and it's really exciting to see all of that happening. So.
I shared with our members that we had a attitude of gratitude dinner last month for the chamber meeting, and I just shared with them because I always say, well, there's just not a magic formula, but there is a magic formula to what's going on in our area
Sure.
because it's people working together, and it's people investing their time and their money, and you can't create that.
No, it's
you really
priceless.
can't. It is.
It really is.
It's really good.
Yeah. And Michael, you're new to the area,
Yeah.
relatively speaking. You mentioned before the program started that you had graduated from Ball State,
Yep.
correct? So sort of in the region for a few years as a student, but how do you feel about being kind of the new guy? It's great. I think my perspective is you have fresh eyes on the scene, and you're young and vibrant, and we're so excited to have you here. How long have you been there, first of all?
What, about 6 weeks now?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
So really just getting started.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? What are your perspectives so far? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm excited to be here. I had a lot of respect for Landmarks before I got hired in, and I was excited to get the job offer. And so far, it's just been experiencing the region, kind of getting out and exploring, both for the job and, just on my own. And, I've enjoyed it.
Good.
And he lives in Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You mentioned
good
you're in one
connection.
of the historic districts here in Richmond,
Yep,
right?
this-
In the Star District.
The Star District, yep.
So that's wonderful. We need lots of
Mm-hmm.
people to take on some of those homes that are more like projects than just homes. So good for you. That's exciting. We're thrilled to have you here. And I know Beth just tipped on collaboration, but I'm sure there are lots of people watching who would love to help you become engaged in our county. So don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. We can help connect you in the right places and introduce you to people and help you hit the ground running. So we're excited. Now, will you guys be involved? I'm just beginning to hear things about Indiana's bicentennial, of course, coming up next year. And how will you be engaged with that? Do you know yet?
Great question. Michael can, I think, speak specifically about a project that INRA's involved in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're starting for the bicentennial, but it'll carry on after that. It's a passport program,
Okay.
and it's a collaborative effort between all the 7 scenic byways in Indiana. So the National Road is, one runs through Richmond and goes
Yeah.
all the way to Terre Haute. And it's going to be a passport that you can pick up at various locations, which we still have yet to decide, but you can stop off at various stops, like the Cambridge City Library is one of them.
Okay.
And you can get your passport stamped, and then it has information, and it's just kind of like setting up a road trip and promoting traveling these scenic byways, taking 40 instead of 70, and experiencing stuff like the Huddleston House, that are on the way. And a lot of our stops are, visitors bureaus, tourism bureaus, things like that give more information. So we're really trying to help facilitate tourism through the communities on these scenic byways, as well as traveling these roads and experiencing them, rather than just taking the interstate and not
Sure.
really getting to look around at some great history and scenery.
And it really is a lot of fun. I can speak from experience. I'm not a fan of the highway. And my son is in college
here.
in Terre Haute. And I can tell you, I've traveled US 40 entirely across the state numerous times this year. It really doesn't take much longer.
No.
My stress level is much lower, and I've enjoyed, we have, murals in a lot of the small towns on your way. It's like traveling through a book of art.
That's
It
right.
really is, and let alone the historic architecture and other things that you get to take in. So I would highly recommend it.
And I've seen this passport, and I can just speak personally. It's going to be, I think, a very quality product that will assist people in telling the story of why 40 is important. I can't tell you how many times you tell people about the historic National Road, and they don't even know what it is, but it's pretty significant. And we got great communities along the National Road through Wayne County and beyond. And Michael shared with me the prototype, and it does that for every byway across the state. So it's very informative too for people who are interested in that. Not everybody is, but it tells the history of each byway, gives a map, and then the spots along the road. So I think it's going to be a great addition to getting people to travel 40 and
Fantastic little mini adventures
that's
all
right.
across
That's
the
right.
state.
Yep.
And if it's broken down that way, you wouldn't necessarily have to, do it all at one
right.
time. You could spread it out throughout the year and enjoy the bicentennial all year long.
That's right.
It's fantastic. Now we need tourism to pair up some of your trails that
Yeah,
are
with
along
the-
the byways in promoting that and get people to take a whole entire weekend or week on each of those byways.
right.
Wouldn't that be great?
It would.
Yeah, that'd be
Absolutely.
good.
Fantastic. Well,
And if they stop at the Tourism Bureau, also, if they'll make that a stop on their trip, they find out so much information about what we
Yes.
have to offer.
it is amazing. Before I became involved in chamber work, I feel I missed a whole lot in the first part of my life. So you're lucky to get involved with this while you're young, because since starting my chamber work, when I go on trips and visit new places, I check out the Tourism Bureau and the chamber. Those people know a lot about what's going on in a
Sure.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can lead you to that right hole-in-the-wall restaurant or, the quaint little shop. They know where those places are, and they're wonderful tools, again, that we don't think of using locally for our own communities, and we should. So, wonderful. So anything else, any other exciting tidbits, anything going on with the Cambridge City Chamber that you'd like to share with us?
We've spent a couple years just reorganizing to be more business oriented, because it had kind of gotten away from that. And with the creation of our Main Street, now we can really just focus more on the businesses and connecting with the school. And we did a strategic plan this year, so it's exciting to see that we're kind of headed in a specific direction now.
That's
And
exciting.
with Main Street doing downtown. Yeah, and just connecting with you, meeting you, and getting to know each other has made a huge difference there used to be a gap between just Cambridge and Richmond, and it's not, there's no boundaries anymore, and it's wonderful. And working with tourism,
Yes.
I have just met so many people that we've connected. Our side of the county, I think, is
Good.
looking at our county as a whole. There's so
Well,
much
it
to offer.
does feel like a lot of those walls are down, and folks are recognizing more and more the importance of countywide regional development. We're all in this together, so to speak, and I feel the same way. We are thrilled to be partnering with you on so many things, and just an example, last month when we had our board retreat and you hosted us at the archive in Cambridge, most of my board members had been there, but not all of them, and so they were thrilled to get to do that and seek out that new location and just be part of what's going on over there too. So I think it's mutual, and it's a mutual win, so we'll continue that going forward. In fact, I know we talked about potentially having another Chamber Network night in 2016 as a joint effort, and potentially at the Huddleston House again.
Please. Absolutely.
So that was wildly successful. I think it's a great idea. So that's something our viewers will have to look forward to seeing that coming up next year, and just keep up all the good work. You're in a great place with great people. I'm thrilled for you and look forward to working with you more in the future, and appreciate you all being here today to share with us what's going on in Western Wayne.
Well,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having
Thank you.
us.
You're
Absolutely.
welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
All right.
Joining me now is our very own Trevor Oakerson, Director of Membership and Marketing with the Chamber. Hi, Trevor.
Hi, Amy. How are you today?
I'm good. We were just visiting with JP and Michael and Beth from Western Wayne. Lots of great things going on out there.
Yep, it's always good to hear from people in that part of the community. They have a lot to offer, and I love to see the connection between this side, Richmond, and that side, Wayne County, Cambridge,
Absolutely.
Hagerstown. It's just great to see that.
Yes, and Beth mentioned a lot about people working together and breaking down barriers and collaborations, and those are happening whether you look in small circles or big circles. We have a lot of great collaboration happening right here in Richmond, and I think one of the best things that we started at the Chamber was our connection with Center City on Main Street in Richmond and our education mornings that we do.
Yep, our business education breakfasts are wonderful. We cover a variety of topics, and not long ago we met with Don Barry over at Center City, and we charted out our year. So we've got some great topics. The whole thing is just wonderful. It's a great way to learn about different aspects of business or even nonprofit management. We cover a little bit of everything for everybody, and it's a great way to learn a lot.
Well, and when we very first started those education mornings, we looked at popular topics and tried to just hit on hot buttons within the community. But now that we've had a couple of years under our belt, we're able to pull from those that were well attended or popular. We did a survey and got feedback from all the attendees in 2015. They were able to make recommendations and so on and so forth. So this year, the plate of opportunity in front of them, we have one a month. Second Thursday at 8:30 in the Innovation Center is when we meet. Folks can watch for the announcements on Eventbrite, our website, Center City's website, and sign up. It's free of charge. We have sponsors that pay for a continental breakfast and help us support the programming. But the topics that will be coming out this year are those that were directly requested by those who attended last year. So we'll hope to even have better attendance, which they're well attended anyway. And like you said, a variety of topics, so something for everyone out there. So.
Yep. We kicked off last month with a session on calendar planning, and that was very informative. It's something people don't think about, managing their time and managing their calendar, so it's always interesting to hear a different perspective, and that's what a lot of them are, is something that's kind of a basic skill, something that everybody needs to know, and it's just a different perspective on it.
It is. And speaking of basic skills, that leads us right into School is Cool, which of course we're working on year-round, but the skill of being present every day, whether you're showing up for school, for work, for volunteering, just being present in your life on a daily basis, and how that is an important transferable skill to success.
And you know, people say all the time, it's kind of a cliche, but it's so, so true. Everything you learn when you're little, when you're in school. You learn how to get along with people. You know, as an adult, I can't hit people, I can't bite them, I can't get in fights with them. You know, you always have to play nice with people. You have to wait your turn to talk and to speak, and you have to just be well behaved. And all of those behaviors are things you learn when you were little.
When you were little.
Yep.
Exactly.
So it transcends math and reading and all of the academic skills, and it goes into the life skills. You're always going to have to be somewhere. You're going to always have to be somewhere on time. And you're always going to have to be able to get along with the people around you.
Exactly.
It doesn't start with school. It doesn't stop with school. It begins with school.
That's exactly right. And how important, you know, our main sponsors, First Bank Richmond and Wetzel Family Auto, realize that connection, that showing up for school and learning these basic skills transfer into a successful life. And so with their beginning this program years ago, it has caught on, and so many businesses support this program now. We offer the 10% additional funding, and you know, lots and lots of our businesses that are members.
Nearly 300 support us above and beyond their membership, and that extra support goes to School is Cool.
Yes.
Because they realize the value of having students who know you have to show up, you have to be present, you have to do your work.
and the success that follows in their life, because the students who are in school in Wayne County are likely our future workforce, and we want them to be prepared to be successful so that our community is a success going forward. And so, as we know, the seniors have a special prize. Any senior in Wayne County, we now have 27 schools total participating, public and private. And any seniors who have perfect attendance are eligible to win that free car that we hear and see so much about, and or the scholarship dollars towards school. So it's a little nugget for kids to work toward. The younger kids have smaller prizes throughout the year, whether it be passes to Family Fitness Works or the skate or bowling or food prizes. We've had Muddy Monkey and so many places jump in to give those prizes for our students.
And I think that's one of the most exciting things that we've kind of done this year is we've rewarded people not only for their long periods of perfect attendance, but for shorter periods of perfect attendance.
Yes.
Because we want to make sure that it's not just about being there every day. It's knowing that every day counts. It's not about being there from the beginning to the end. It's, okay, you got sick in the middle of the year. Let's start over. Let's pick it back up. Let's still know that being present counts even after that.
Right. If you miss a day, don't give up. Get up and come back tomorrow. Every day you're there is just as important.
And so we've given out some rewards each grading period. Specifically for that grading period. So you could be sick in the first grading period and still be eligible for a prize the second grading period, because every day counts.
Exactly. So we're looking forward to the year-end celebration.
Yes.
The art contest is happening, coming up. You know, students can submit their artwork and can be winners in that way.
And that's one of
So
the
many
most
celebrations.
fun things we do all year. We do that in partnership with the Richmond Art Museum. And it's just a lot of fun to see that art come in, to look it over. We have such talent in this community. It's amazing.
And any student that's watching right now that's an attendee of one of the schools that participates is eligible to submit a drawing. You don't have to have perfect attendance to submit a drawing. So I'm excited. We have a lot going on as usual at the Chamber, lots for our viewers to participate in. They can always call the office, be part of that, and participate in those different ways. So get signed up, come to an education morning, turn in a drawing, go to school, celebrate with us.
Yes.
And that being said, we'd like to share this special video for School is Cool with you that Centerville students, directed by teacher Chris Everard, created for School is Cool. Thanks for watching.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really cool car.
Yeah.
Hey,
Where'd you get that?
I want it. Perfect attendance.
Hey, I want one.